And before you know it, the AOPA Fly-In to Groton, Connecticut will be here. It's happening on October 6th and 7th. But there's a deadline already looming. The Cessna Pilot Society is hosting a fly-out to beautiful Newport, Rhode Island, ahead of the Groton Fly-In. They need to know by this Monday if you're able to attend. AOPA Live's Paul Harrop takes you to Newport to show you what you won't want to miss, a tour of a true gilded mansion.
It's over the top. It's huge.
In your wildest dreams, you can't imagine the splendor waiting on this cliff in Rhode Island.
Well, welcome. This is the Breakers. This is probably one of the preeminent Gilded Age properties in America. It is a National Historic Landmark. It was completed in 1895 for Mr. and Mrs. Cornelius Vanderbilt II.
And going inside takes you 120 years into history. The handcrafted interior is breathtaking. Andrea Carnerio with the Preservation Society of Newport County says it wows a lot of people.
I think the scale and the scope is what surprises people the most. They don't expect to see houses this big that look like they belong in Europe here on this tiny island off the coast of Rhode Island. And so they'll walk into the Breakers and walk into this great hall and look up to see this 2.5-story ceiling with the painted ceiling above. We see amazing statuary and gilded walls and marbles and the chandeliers that are of bronze and weigh 900 pounds. It is the sheer scale, I think, that strikes people at first.
Mark Twain called these decadent homes gilded mansions. What was a backhanded takedown of the steam age 0.1%. Is really the only way to describe things like this platinum leaf inlay on the walls of the morning room.
The Breakers is filled with detail that you just wouldn't see today, but I think the most interesting fact is that this was the summer home.
At the time, the Vanderbilt family really was one of the richest families in America. And this house, with its 70 rooms and 138,000 square feet of living space, was their summer cottage.
Well, I guess it's all relative. The cottage has been maintained by the expert staff and countless volunteers at the Preservation Society. It's here for you to see as part of the Cessna Pilot Society fly out to Newport. But what would old Cornelius II think about we simple pilots touring his masterpiece?
We think he would love it. He really was a very astute businessman. He ran the New York Central Railroad. He understood serving people and making people happy. These houses were built as reception houses. Frankly, they were built for entertaining. That was their purpose.
In Newport, Rhode Island, Paul Harrop, AOPA Live.
Thanks, Paul. Hard to even imagine that kind of lifestyle. If you want to participate in the Cessna Pilot Society fly out to Newport, sign up by Monday the 11th and find all the details on our website. So I've visited Newport twice. I've visited that castle twice, and I'm always amazed and impressed.
Yeah, actually, I've been to the Breakers twice as well. It is unbelievable. I mean, many of the houses along there are just spectacular. It's really hard to believe that people actually lived like that.
Yes.
They were their summer cottages at that.